Welcome back, everybody. I am the Jimmer. This is King of the Hill, and I guess it'll be, I don't know if it's necessarily episode 1, but I'm just doing a little introduction video. I'm going to be going through all the entries I've received so far. I've got, is it 8 here? Yeah, 8 entries so far, so I'm just going to go through, we'll take a peek at them, see how they work, and if they're following the rules. And then hopefully tomorrow I should have the first actual battles. So first up we have the Fugly Flier by Ipsok. And just fair warning, I haven't looked at any of these yet. I just got a couple of them today. So this will be the first time they are seen. Okay, looks like a spawn stick. Just the one vehicle and the spawn stick to get in the air. I'll give you a little tip. I mean, I realize your spawn stick is so tall so that this is most likely the center. If you use on the mist tab, there is an origin block. If you put this at the bottom of your spawn stick, that's where it'll spawn. So if I put this origin block, I'm like paused and shit. If I put the origin block right here, then you wouldn't have to put all those blocks. It'll save you. It doesn't really make that much difference considering the resource cost isn't that high. But I don't know, save you maybe 100 resources. I don't know exactly how much that stick cost. Just a your free tip for the day. Overall, nice looking design. I like all of the guns. Yeah, plenty of guns. Are these on turrets, or they gotta be turrets? I can't imagine those would be fixed guns. Good shielding all around. Yeah, just a little bit of shielding. I don't see any issues or even really have to look. There's like, you can see 3 layers of shielding there on the top, and the butterfly shield in the front. And just to clarify, like you can see like here, like potentially a bullet could go through. Actually, no, that'd only be 3 if it went through that way, so it wouldn't even be an issue. So I still have, I just did the rules videos. I still have that like fresh in my brain, thinking about all that stuff. Like little cockpit here. Let's no, I don't. That's not at all what I want to do. Alright, too fast. Here we go, this is what I was ineptly trying to do. Alright, let's give this a explode. Okay, yes, those are definitely, it looks like maybe mirrored turrets on the top and the bottom. And then similarly turrets on the outside. I like the look of that. The armor makes me a little nervous. Hopefully this thing doesn't get hit too much. You can see you've only got a single layer of metal for most of it, and then you're right into vital components. I guess it does have the you have to get through the turrets first. We'll take a look at those next. It's like lots of conventional engines. Fuel engines. Ooh, that's a lot of boom here in the back. So I got a little bit thicker armor around the ammo, but not much. I have a feeling this thing, when it goes up, is going to go up explosively. Cortisol engines. That's very nice. I like your little sponsor sticker there. Very nice. Looks like it has some detection components. Got a laser. I'm guessing the laser is for lambs. Yeah, there's the lambs here. Some lambs in the front as well. Looks like it's leveled off up here about 300 meters. Let's give it an unpause to see. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna fly right around 300 meters. So no issues there. Alright, let me go through the actual rules real quick and just make sure I'm checking for everything I had to check. Was under 100k, single drive, doesn't look like it has any dead blades, Yeah, I don't even see any dead blades in this. Shields are good. Spin blocks look good. No rams, don't have to worry about that. AI settings seem to be okay. I guess we'll see when we get in the battles if it stays in range. Don't see any clipping or anything like that. Aesthetics are pretty good. Yeah, I think that covers everything I wanted to look for. Let's take a peek at the turrets. Oh man, that makes me nervous. You've got basically one layer of alloy and then right into APS components. I guess just being pure auto-loader, yeah, it's not going to be quite as explosive, but that's dangerous. But I hope you fly far and fast, my friends. You do not take any shots. Got some missiles here on the outside, some pretty hefty missiles actually. What are these? EMP, frag, explosive, a little bit of everything. Those are, oh, that one's a telephone pole. Don't want to get hit by that guy. And then let's get on one of these, yeah, and take a look at, so we've got shape charge, squash heads, bow head, frag head, no band parts there. Let's take a look at, it's the same, what are these guys? So kind of similar, just smaller APS gun. It's like rapid fire. And then finally the underslung gun. Doesn't look like any of these are, here, let me double check and see. Is this a flak gun? Or a C-Wiz? That's what I'm wondering. Nope, looks like just regular guns, not C-Wiz. And I have no doubt that this will be able to self-destroy, but let's run that battle just to get a look at it. I'm not even gonna bother with that stuff. We're just gonna see how it looks in the fight. See the lambs at work. Surprised those turrets aren't turning, the top and bottom turrets. Maybe, oh yeah, there they go. Maybe not quite loaded yet. Oh yeah, they were using the straight no clip, so they have to wait for the shells to load. Oh yeah, and the other one, yeah, this one's down to 70% already. That looks like it lost. Didn't fully lose the turret, but took quite a bit of damage to that top turret. So yeah, definitely passes that test. Looks like an interesting design, and we'll have to see how it does once it gets its first battle. Alright, let's move right along. Next up, we got the Pocket Rocket by Anickle. See, meeting the requirements. Oh, this is an interesting design. Extremely long and thin, getting the best of its drag reduction, or the best drag profile, I suppose. Incredibly fast. 122 meters a second. So he's actually using the air parts, like wings and such. For yeah, you can see, yeah, actually using wings. Those are actually good now, which is nice. For the longest time, they were so underpowered. There's just no point in even using them. Let's take a look on the inside. Looks like a nasty laser. Take a look. Alloy, not very thick armor, but it does have lots of shielding and good angle on the shielding, so that should be somewhat effective. We'll have to see once the battle starts. And look at all those laser parts. Wowee. Actually, I guess it's not. They're packed in there real well, but it's not that huge. I guess with the laser buff, you don't have to make your lasers quite as big anymore. Does it have a second? Okay, each gun has its own independent laser, and then 2 blocks of engines, and then some steam engines as well. That's interesting. Maybe as a backup, because it doesn't look like they're running, so possibly a backup engine in case one of the main engines goes down, or maybe just going online to power the lasers is probably more likely. And we've got a quad, custom jet engines back here for propulsion. I don't see any data blades or anything like that to worry about. It's like the tail might be a little bit vulnerable. You got the steering parts right here back at the end, potentially a weakness, but those massive engines and lasers, it's going to do a lot of damage really quick. Once again, I don't think this one will have a problem self-destroying, but for consistency, we'll make sure it does. Yeah, you can see what I was talking about, how it uses that origin block to shave off a few resources there. Both sides attacking the spawn stick vigorously. So that's kind of funny. I guess it's not a bad strategy to have it target small vehicles first, as you want to take out I know kamikaze craft are banned, but like small ramming craft and that sort of stuff. Yeah, you can see I have no problem stripping the blocks off. Actually lasting surprisingly long. I didn't think these would even last this long. Very nice laser light show up here in the sky. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out the next design. Oops. Next we've got the Zintl by Sithafin. Oh, very nice. Very nice. That is beautiful. A little bit sketchy on the data blades here, being a little bit covered up. I know it does have the slits on the side, but this one is perfectly alright being out here in the front. And if it didn't have that, I'd probably DQ it. But overall, I'm going to say cutting a little close there, probably going a little bit over the line, but I'm not going to disqualify it, just because overall it's so gorgeous. Look at that. Obviously going for the sort of replica World War II comic book bomber. Very nice looking design. Doesn't look like it has any shielding. Is it invis shielding or just no? Yeah, no shielding. Using the balloons to keep it up in the air. I imagine it'll fly better if it actually has an opponent to fight. A lot of times the AI doesn't know what to do if it doesn't see an enemy. And lots of little turrets using the wings. Let's take a look on the inside. Go away, balloons. Just, freeze it in the air so that the balloons don't come back. We got some engines, fuel engines in the front. Well, it looks like kind of fuel engines scattered all over the place. Laser system. Let's take a look at the APS. Frag head, APS, frag and HE. So mostly frag with a little bit of HE thrown in for splice. Big old tail section. And where's the lambs at? Got the laser bits here. Right here, top and bottom. Help deal with the missiles, though it looks like somewhat of a small LAM system, so a large missile swarm probably able to get through. Looks like the fixed guns are pretty hefty. Those 306 millimeter fixed guns. And let's take a look at the turret guns. Oh, just little guys. So yeah, redundant. It's gonna be really fast with that 5-meter spin block or turret block with such a small turret that should whiz around really quick. I have no problem with fast targets. So it's like, are these pretty much? Yeah, these are pretty much all the same. It's like triple barrel. And just a few pieces in here, but with the number of guns, that should be fairly effective. ZT-54, nice touch. All right, let's see it destroy itself. See if it can. It should have no problem lifting itself out of the water. Firing right away. Oh, it's actually shooting off its balloons. Is it gonna be able to get up out of the water? Here, let's we'll give it an air spawn. For these first few entries, I'll go ahead and give it an air spawn if it needs it. In the future, use a spawn stick so I can just do water. It just makes it a lot easier for me. And that way we're sure your entry gets spawned just how you want it. Yeah, there we go. Looks like it needed just a little bit of altitude there to get started. Oh, it shot off the balloons on this one, so it fell down in the water anyway. So yeah, obviously not having any problem landing shots. I'd actually love to see this entry go up against that the last entry looked at, that last air entry. I think that would be an interesting fight. Alright, and let's keep going. Yeah, I think the Fugly Flier versus the Zintl would be a good match. Hopefully we can make that happen. This is the Valley Forge Fam 4. Looks like it is a displacement ship. It better be at that cost. I do, yeah, there we go. That is obviously. Oh, that is another just absolutely gorgeous design. Yeah, just the one ship. Oh man, that's just too pretty. I might have to reject it just because I don't want to see it get destroyed. Very nice, very very nice. The smoke coming out there. Oh, that is just a work of art. Absolutely beautiful. Very very nice work. Got torpedoes under here. Nice fantail at the back. Does it have internal propellers? It seems to be going really fast. Oh wow, it doesn't even look like it has internal propellers. I'm surprised how fast it's able to go, being such a big ship with just the propellers at the rear. Let's leave that open. Looks like, yeah, mostly empty inside the hull. Some armor around. What's in here? What are you? Oh, protecting. Oh, we got some nice cruise missiles here. Pretty good sized missiles. Frag missiles for taking out aircraft or expose just about anything. Anything above the water, we'll have to watch out for those. And then this looks like, yeah, these are the turrets. Are completely armored on the turret block. Good idea to do that, as well as a good, yeah, these are very well protected. Doesn't look, it's not using any shields though, so could be vulnerable to Sabot spam. But as we've seen, it looks like a lot of people are using the frags. I gotta admit, I'm a little bit out of the loop. I haven't been playing as much from the depths as I have in the past. So I guess frag is the shell to go with these days. Got some powerful engines here in triplicate. EMP shells and frag. EMP and frag looks like high speed. More missiles at the back. And let's take a look at the turrets. Hello, Pepper. It's like 475 millimeter in-hull turrets, twin firing piece, and ooh, 6 meter shells. So those are going to be some really nasty shells. Yeah, with a 475 millimeter gauge and being 6 meters long, those are going to be packing a lot of boom. It's like, are they all basically the same? Yeah, it looks like pretty much all the same. There's even got ejectors on the bottom here. Overall, very nice looking ship. Let's see how it looks in battle. Yeah, I don't imagine this will have any problem shredding itself. No shields and big APS guns usually means lots of damage. See the torpedoes coming in. Yeah. Lots of damage. Very nice looking chip. Alright, I think I'm actually going to cut here. And we'll take a look at the next 4 entries in the next video, and then hopefully get the first battles underway. If not tomorrow, then possibly the next day. Alright, that's it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, give me that thumbs up, and we'll see you next time.